up there. What? Oh, I see them down there.
From the sanctions island is reborn. Soon we'll all unite as Irishmen. Make our land the nation once again. On the road to God knows where. One love, making right road. We together now together. North and south and courage. Dublin, Belfast, Galway, Donegal. That's a great song. You have to be really into it.
Where's your vote on, Tommy? Speak one pair. Fix it. We've just been nominated. We volunteer.
Who's up speaking next?
Is this mic on here? Good afternoon, Cork.
Volta.
You know, after the last rally, I said I would start getting my speech ready, you know? But the situation is constantly in flux. Yesterday's speech won't apply to today and so on and so forth. There's no stuff happening all the time, you know? But I suppose one thing that doesn't change is that we're living in a world of lies sprouted by the media, the NGO class, the overpaid NGO class and our government. I mean, look, I won't go into it anymore, but you know, we could talk about the lockdown lies, we could talk about the lies about immigration, we could talk about the lies of climate change, we could talk about the lies of the RSE programme. We all know what they're about. But one crowd I'd like to pull up today, right, is that that online publication, aptly named Cork BO, because it stinks.
Yeah.
So Cork BO made out the last time we were here that there was English nationalists assisting us in our protest. There was one guy called Mick from London, that was it. We don't need any help from England. We don't need any help from anyone. We can do this all by ourselves.
Yay!
Now, secondly, obviously, they're making this out to be an anti-book protest. It's not. It's an anti-groomer rally. At least that's what it's partly about. Because the people down there who are advocating for that book have decided, because of their own lifestyle, not to have kids.
Yeah.
So stay the hell away from our ones.
Yay!
I'm going to briefly touch on the Lord Mayor of Cork, just briefly. I'm not going to make any jokes about him because I'd be here all night. But, and this is very important in the upcoming local election. People don't realise how important this is. The World Economic Forum are speaking about doing away with national government and putting the power into the hands of Lord Mayors, local councillors and the stakeholders, the NGOs. So those people down there are going to be speaking on behalf of us if they get into power. Right? It is imperative upon each and every man, woman and child over the age of 18, whatever you want to call them, a young adult, to get out and vote. It is so important because they're playing a sleight of hand as well. They're now giving illegal immigrants the right to vote in this country. I've never seen such subversion in my whole life of our democratic process. The same thing is happening in the United States. They're flowing over the border at the rate of thousands every day, and they'll be given the vote, which is what our government are actually doing. They're commandeering the vote to keep them in power. So it's really important. Apathy is no longer an excuse. You've got to get out and vote. No, like I said, I'm not going to spend all day talking about all the stuff that we normally talk about. We all know what the story is, right? What I want to talk about today is how our ancestors stood up to tyranny. They weren't afraid of being called names. They were called plenty names back in their time. They were not afraid. You go back to Cromwell's model army when he came to Ireland. Irish men had such faith in God. They stood against a superior force that the French were afraid to fight, that the Belgians were afraid to fight, that annihilated 30,000 Scots in one single battle. But when he came to Ireland, the Irish stood with the rosary beads in their hand, poorly armed, poorly trained. And Cromwell went home. 10 years it took him, with less than half his army left. Where's that fighting spirit gone? Where's it gone? It needs to grow, it needs to get better. You go back to the War of Independence. Michael Collins and the boys got out before they set foot to fight the Black and Tans outside in the street. They got on their knees and they prayed the rosary. They had no fear of death. Absolutely no fear. And that's the spirit that we need. We should not be afraid of that, or of our government, or that petty tyrant Helen McEntee who came down yesterday to coach that rabble below.
So pathetic.
I'm going to leave you with an interesting fact. And whether you believe in God or not, I want you to contemplate it anyway. Apparently, throughout the Bible, in the Old Testament and the New Testament, you can find the phrase, "be not afraid," 365 times. God is telling you to never be afraid. That is his message to every one of us. Have no fear. And we will be back here again next month, and however many months it takes after that, to confront whatever the government throw at us.
Here, here.
God bless everyone here.
Yay! You're maha good.
Good speech, bud. Are you doing up, Nicola? Giving a speech again. We're like heading that way.
I was going to do a swivel.
Up them rebels!
Yay!
Thank God above that I'm born of this land. If I'm not truly Irish, you'll never understand. Young going love in their hearts and a fight in their soul. Our unwavering spirit wrapped in green, white and gold. Our ancestors called and here united we stand. We face down the enemy and force them from our land. No retreat, no surrender. Shoulder to shoulder we march. Our heroes of yore, we gladly carry the torch. Our history, our culture, are our children's birthright. Stand up for your country and get up and fight! No more hills left, we must destroy these devils. This battle is simply good versus evil. No matter where this road takes us or what we may face, always remember you're Irish, born of this special place. Soldiers of Era and true warriors all, when the clans unite watch our enemies fall. I stand in my truth and I'll fight till I've nothing left. For my land, for my children, I'll gladly give my last breath. Wrap that flag around you, stand proud and stand tall. For God, country and family, give it your all!